Hello, hello, good evening, and welcome to Candy's Crafts Corner. How are you all doing today? It's the last Sunday of April, believe it or not, and here we are, like well into spring. This year is going very, very quickly, going by very quickly. Oh, I didn't do this. Let me see if I can do it. Yes, I think that now we'll be able to see the comments. You'll be able to see the comments. We'll see. Yes. All right. So say hi when you come on, and we'll get started. So today, we are gonna be playing with the beautiful. I always say that, right? Because they're all beautiful. The beautiful April paper pumpkin, which is Lakeside Retreat. So I always show you the cards that come straight from the box. It's these three designs, very pretty. I've made this a little different, of course, because we're doing alternatives, but close to this. Then for this one I use something else, and this I use in two different cards. So you'll see, and you'll tell me if you like them or if it inspires you to do something else, which is my purpose. That gives you ideas, and you can try your own as well. You don't have to follow mine exactly. But anyway, so let's get started. So first we have the first one. I'll do them in the order that I made them. Is this one. I'm gonna do something a little different. I think we need a little bit of background here, but we'll try that with this card. It's just a simple card, very easy, very simple, but effective. And I added this little peekaboo lace there, and that is from hi Deborah, how are you? This is from the Eyelet Blooms dies, which is one of the, well, it was, or it is, I think it's this month's product of the month that you can get for $5 with a qualifying purchase. So I love it. It's very cute, and I just got a piece of it, and you'll see, because I'm gonna do it one live. So that's one. Then the second card that I made was this card, and what I did is that I cut this card base, so you'll see, and we'll add it inside here, and then I put an embossing folder with wood, which you can use whichever you want, whichever you have, if you have any, or in any other embossing folder, and just in the background. That's also a regular card. It's not a fan fold. And the other two are fan folds. One is this one, Older, Wiser, Better, Happy Birthday. And then you have your space here for your sentiment. And this uses a full card base of the ones that come in the set. They're just folded inside out. And finally, we have a bridge card, because I love this little scene. And I added, this chair is from the matching suite to this paper pumpkin, which is the Lakeside Retreat, Waterside Retreat, sorry. And it has these beautiful dies here that you can create your Adirondack chair, or you can create a regular chair, not the Adirondack chair, with another bag. And it has, like to cut the chair that comes in the stamp set that I'm gonna show you in a second. That's the relaxing waterside stamp set. So this one gets cut with that, but the one I made comes from the dies directly. So let's get started. Oh my God, Deborah, I hope you're doing okay. Hopefully nothing serious if they let you off tomorrow. I'm sorry to hear. Anyway, so let's get started. As always, we'll start in the order I made them. Actually, this is the order I made them. So anyway, well, you'll see. We're going to start with the bicycle one. Okay. So for the bicycle one, I'm using this card base that came in the set. I split it in half. So I use half for this card and the other half for this. So that gives you a lot of bang for your buck. And then I'm using this. I'm going to use this, as I said. I didn't do that. See, this is a piece of the eyelet cut from regular white, basic white. And our card base is going to be Misty Moonlight. I blanked for a second. We're going to use this, which is also part of the set. The bicycle is also part of the kit. And then I have this label from I'm blanking. I think it's Happiness Abound. But anyway, and then this comes from the matching add-ons for this trimester of paper pumpkins, which is Wonderful Scenes. So I cut this. Okay, but we're gonna cut it even more. All right, so let's start. Now I have all this mess here and let's organize it. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna cut, well, we're gonna actually fold this properly. Hi, Teresa, how are you? All right. So it's properly cut. Then we're gonna get this card base. We're gonna leave it at this size, which is 5.5 by 4.25, this size of the length, but I want to cut here so I can do my peekaboo. And I'm just gonna cut it by hand, doing some kind of distress edge here, more or less like an inch. If it gets too white, you can just use your nail or your finger to make it a little bit more narrow, like at the beginning, or you can just go over it and cut it again if you think there's too wide the strip. Anyway, so I like it like that. I'm saving this for something else because the same way that you did this, you can put this on the side, and it could be actually could be a nice inside for the card too. So you can do that as well. All right, so we have that, we have this, and now we need to cut this eyelet thingy. So I'll show you how I did it. I'm sure there's other ways, many ways, and it doesn't have to be perfect. That's my point always, right? Doesn't have to be perfect. So I'm gonna cut here because this is not gonna be seen, and I'm gonna tuck this underneath this, like so. So we're just gonna see this edge here. Okay, so I'm gonna cut this second row, so to speak. So I'm trying to do, see, this is cut in some places and not in other places. So we're just gonna try to make it as even as possible, but while cutting the flower. So I'm trying to see how I did this here. I'm gonna try to do it at the same level. And this one doesn't have the top petal, so to speak. So I'm just gonna give it top petals like this, and I don't care if it's not perfect. Really, I don't care. And then we're just gonna go like this. And this will be okay because it's already cut. And this didn't cut properly here. Oh, there we go. Now it did. And I like the effect because it kind of looks like it's it's a little piece of lace, paper lace. Right. I should have it started, but I wanted to show you how to start it too. So we're gonna have to bear with me, and we're almost done. We're doing the petals here, the four petals, the two curves. And the last one. And that's it. All right, so now we have our little edge here. Make sure that there's no holes, and the holes that are covered, I mean, like this. Well, this is gonna be probably underneath the paper, but you know, so you have your full lacy effect, and you can save this for something else. You can cut these flowers on their own. I was trying something different. I don't know if I have it here. Actually, I lifted these petals that can be lifted, and I was thinking that could be a nice way to play with things too. But anyway, just play with it. You can still get it. It's still the product of the month for April, and it's only $5 with a purchase of 75. So it's a good tool to have, I think. Anyway, so now that we've done that, handmade sweetness bundle. Yes, Teresa, it will go very well with that. Actually, very well. There's a little one that didn't pick. It has so much detail that, you know, this is one of these that if you want to make sure that all the little pieces come out when you die cut it, you should die cut it upside down, and that usually works a little bit better. I tried it myself, and it worked for me better. I mean, it's not perfect, but better. Hi, Joanne. How are you? Thank you for joining. And just gonna put some glue. I'm gonna avoid putting the glue on the very edge because I kind of want to lift it a little bit. You know, I want that impression of lifting. So we're gonna go almost to the edge here. So you're putting your strip of lace first, and then we're putting this, the stripes. It's very summery, right? These blue stripes. All right. So see, it looks cute. Actually, I cut this more, so you're gonna see more lacy in this card. But that's the thing with handmade stuff; it's never the same exact thing twice, which I like. Variation. All right. So now as I was saying, I actually use my scissors here to distress a little bit the edges, just for a more rustic look. I want to be careful because this is not really cardstock. It's a little thinner than cardstock. So just be careful when you're doing that. And I'm going to do the same To this paper, I'm gonna cut at the same measurement. I'm sorry that my bangles, not my bangles, my, how you call it, charms of my scissors are clicking over the glass mat. If you want to distress it more, you can use the scissors open, but I don't think I need to do that. And then I just go with my nails and I just do like some more lifting, not all around, and the corners a little bit, not all, not the four corners, but you know, so it looks weathered. Oh, Joanne, you fell. I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you ladies who are ailing are doing better this week. So I think I'm gonna cut another like this at the same size and put it like, I don't want a background frame. I want just like a little bit of layer. So we're gonna get the paper trimmer. I'm gonna trim this. This piece came in the set, so it's a misty moonlight, kind of distressed a little bit. So this is, I think, 3.5 by 3.5. So we're gonna do the same with this one, 3.5. And you can save this for labels or something. By 3.5. And I'm not saving this. This is way too small, and then I just, oops, sorry. And we're gonna do the same to these. Let me grab my charms. Or maybe I'll do this a little bit less. All right. Just to go fast. It's different, like it depends on what's printed, and this is not printed. Probably it's different. This seems to be easier to distress than the printed image. And anyway, now we're gonna put it like this. I'm not gonna sponge it this time. I'm just gonna leave and I want to take some of this fussiness. I mean, I want it distressed, but I don't want so much fussiness. All right. I vacuumed today, and guess who's gonna have to vacuum tomorrow again? All right, so something like that. And we're gonna put it like this, and it gives it a little bit more, don't you think? I like it. Anyway, so I like it like that, so I'm just gonna grab my glue, put a little bit of glue here, and try to replicate that same thing that I really liked, where you see yes, that works. And we'll put it like that. So this will be less tilted. Well, I'm gonna tilt it a little bit more because I want the effect that this card had. Oh, I forgot. I stamped the extra greenery there. So let me do that. With the beautiful, nice, magnetic, peaceful pine ink pad, which is the same that came in the mini. But you know, if I have the color in full size, I'll use the full size. So I'm gonna put one here. And I'm gonna put one here. There. I love how quickly it closes. It always goes in the right place. Love it. Love it. All right, so now we have that. Now we can put it here as we want with the tiltness of choice. Did I just make up that word, tiltness? Maybe. But you know what I mean. All right, so I'm gonna put it almost at the edge here. And no, I want it a little bit more crooked. Yeah, like so. All right, and now we have our bicycle. And we're gonna put it right here in dimensionals. Close the glue for now. I think this set came, if I'm not mistaken, with the little dimensionals, but because I have big dimensionals and this fits it, that's good enough for me to use the big dimensionals. But use what you have. All right. So now we're going to put the bicycle more or less like so. Maybe I could use a tiny little dimensional for the handle there. When I say tiny little dimension, it's like I grab one of these and I cut a sliver of the sides, and then we lift it. Okay. And it's not working because I put it crooked and we can see it and we don't want to see it. There we go. Sorted. There. All right, so now all we need to do is put some pebbles here. The pebbles also came, but of course we need the sign. And the sign I made from these, from the wonderful scenes dies. And what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna crop it like that. Save this for something else. It could be a nice post, or you can make a fence from it. And then we're gonna stamp or sentiment. I made this a happy birthday card, but later one of my happy birthday cards, because you know I need happy birthday more than anything else, I'm gonna make into a Father's Day card. Just stamp it in the middle, and I cannot tell you how much I like this green peaceful pine. Love it. I'm gonna buy a whole pack of cardstock, and believe me, in Christmas it's gonna come very, very handy. I think I put it a little bit high, but it's okay. So then we're gonna put this here around this, and then we're gonna clip this here and then put this. We're gonna do some little do-yourself cutting here. So let me show you what I mean. So we're gonna do something like that. Now we're gonna grab it and we're gonna layer it over it. I don't want to see the stitching. It just doesn't work here. All right. And now we're gonna clip this at the edge, this at the edge. And if you're doing the same thing here, we're gonna, I did it so thinly that I got a little tiny strip. So anyway, so now this piece, we can just attach it back here and it fits perfectly, you see? So just a little bit of glue. I mean, I should be using my silicone mat. And there you have it. Isn't it cute? A smaller little sign, because I thought that this big sign was way too big for this frame, and then I can only use it in this side, and I didn't like it, and it's like, nope, we're gonna adjust it to the size that we want. And now we're gonna put dimensionals on it, and that's it. And that will be card number 1. Actually, since I have these little ones here, I'm gonna put these little ones here. That's good. Then we're gonna put, that's overkill. We don't need that many, but yeah, it's okay. And I could have sponged this wood a little bit so it shows the grain more. I'm gonna do that in other cards, but for this one, okay, did I remove all the bags? Remember I showed you that trick where if you just put a line here like so. Let me see if I have my Sharpie. If you do by line like this, let it dry, then when you have the dimensionals on, you know if you have the backing removed or not. Well, I never do that. I'm like, it's a great trick, but then I'm just like, I open a new package and I never get to do that. So but I'm gonna try because it's actually a very handy trick. All right, and now we need the little pebbles, which if you remember, we used to have. Where did I put them? I thought I put them out. Oh, here they are. We used to have these pebbles in the past that they were different colors. I still have some of them, and I was tempted to go look for them, so they were not all the same color, but I did not. And then I thought, like, well, these come in the set. Let's use these, and people will be happy because those are the ones that come in the set. All right, for inside, actually, I put just white paper with this. I'm not gonna do it right now. You know how to do it, but inside 4 by 5 and a quarter. Outside is the car base was 8.5 by 5.5. Score at 4 and a quarter. Okay. Oh, and I didn't put the little the little birds. Oh, sorry. I did my birds. I didn't want them so like, because you only get one color ink in the paper pumpkin box. But if you have others that you think they work better, there's nothing wrong with mixing and matching. And I think this was better. This is Pool Party, which is one of the colors of the set. And kind of goes very well. All right. So let's move on to card number 2, because I spent a lot of time with card number 1 and it was very easy. But anyway, I had to cut the lace. That's true. So card number 2, we're gonna do this one. So let me grab the materials for that I have already ready. This is such a pretty scene, and this matches. If you think it's like, oh, I wish I had more, then you should get the paper of the suite, because it actually has these scenes all over again. So let me show you. See, it has this scene, it has the beach here that we did. It's a little bigger, but you could cut it if you wanted. And then the one that comes in the round circle, all circles are round, Candy, but you know what I mean, is this image here. But you could do the same idea from this one, and you'll see that I maybe use this one for an alternative instead of because I didn't have two of the same. Anyway, I'll show you what I mean when we get to it. But this paper is beautiful, beautiful. I love it, and it has. Let's show something else now. It has this with blue waves here. It has more bicycles. So if you think that you need more bicycles or bicycles going the other way, you can fussy cut them from here. There's no dice for the bicycles, but you know, you can, they're easy to fussy cut. Then this is my favorite page, so I'm gonna grab it out. I haven't used it yet, but look how pretty, isn't it? It's the whole thing. It's diagonally all these seagulls. So you could cut these for, or you can use it for a beautiful scrapbook page. Anyway, and then we still have more. 1 second. I'm just gonna put this in order. And then you have these boys with the back of the wood grain. And then you have this light vest and oars. So anyway, so lots of fun, outdoorsy fun. So this is one of the cars, the car bases, and the back is this beautiful plaid, which is one in the back of that as well. So what you want to do is score this properly and then just match these corners like so. You can use it with your trimmer if you want to, with the scoring tool, of course. But I feel like for this something little, it works better for me like that. So then when you open it, you have it like that. And usually I would put my space for writing my note here, but this image is so pretty that I don't want to cover it. So I put a strip of white paper here, which I didn't cut. But I'm gonna cut right now. Or maybe I have it. Is this it? No, this is too narrow. Yes, no, it's not it. Okay, let's cut this piece to begin with. It would be 2 by something. 2 by 5 1/4, maybe. Yeah, I think. We're gonna cut it. This is my fold. I'm gonna just to see properly. If I do it at, this is 2 1/8. So I'm gonna do 1 7/8 by 5 3/8. And let's see. So it's not 2, it's 1 7/8. Okay. By 5 3/8. 5 3/8. So we're gonna put the little greenery here. Everybody's so quiet today. All right. The greenery, and we're gonna adhere it. So that will be where we're gonna write our sentiment. I hear something going on. Hopefully I'm not missing. I'm sorry. I overheated my phone again the other day, so I'm just checking that everything is okay. Seems to be fine. All right, that's way too much glue for this little strip, but that's okay. We're gonna work with it. All right. So now you have space for your sentiment. Now we're gonna work on the front. And for the front, I have these from Texture Notes. It's one of the rectangles. And then I have another one smaller that I cut in, you guessed it, Peaceful Pine. This is pecan pie. But we're gonna sponge them a little bit. Oh, thank you for the heart. Yay. I don't see the comments. Well, I see them only on the screen like you guys do, but I don't see the comments coming live. So I apologize if I miss any. But I did see the heart, so that was nice. I haven't figured out how to put the comments live again. Anyway, sponging. Let's start with pecan pie. So we're gonna sponge all around this to make it look a little more weathered or older, but also to make these little lines stand out. Maybe I won't sponge it as much as, oh, I think I sponge it with early espresso now that I think about it. Sorry. Let's try that because I'm like, oh, I don't get the same effect. So it's pecan pie, the cardstock color, but early espresso it will show more. It's hard to see here with the lights, but I hope you do. And I want to go a little bit in, not only stay on the design here, but just go a little bit in. And then if it's too liney, I just go like this a little bit because I don't want a line. I want a natural aging, full aging. And it's hard for me to see under the lights if I'm overdoing it. Hopefully not. But you can see the difference now with this corner that hasn't been sponged with this corner that has been sponged, right? It looks like, honestly, like wood, like old wood. I like that. Because that's what would happen if you had a cabin by the lake and you had, you know, like the weathering of it. And then I'm just gonna go a little bit here in the corners like that. And that's it. That's good enough. Now with what I have left over here, I'm gonna grab my oars, which come in the set. And if you don't have enough, you can cut some from the paper that I just showed you. I'm just gonna go like this with what I have left because I don't want it so white. If I need to put a little bit more, I maybe put a little bit more, but I don't want it like super done, you know, just like that. It's barely noticeable. So maybe I'll just, you know what, I'm gonna do pecan pie on this and use a little bit more ink. Okay, this is done. I'm gonna put it away to avoid accidents. All right, pecan pie. There we go. I guess I didn't have that much left over. I honestly used what I had left in my other one, my original card, but I guess there was not that much left in my sponge dauber. And we still have to sponge this one, so I apologize. I should have done one at least, so we don't have to spend so much time doing this. All right. So now we're gonna sponge with Peaceful Pine on Peaceful Pine. And this will be very not barely noticeable because it's the same color. I still can see a little bit. I've already hit and bossed this sentiment, older, wiser, better, which I think is kind of like it goes very well with the drawing because it's kind of like the three sentiments that you have at the Olympics as well, which is, I think, stronger, faster, something, stronger, faster. What's the other one? I can't remember. But anyway, I thought it kind of mimicked that. But being a birthday card, it was fun to use the older, wiser, better. Happy birthday. It's a little funny. Not super funny, but a little. The sponging looks really nice. Oh, yes. Thank you. Thank you. You'll see how nice it looks once I do the Adirondack chair, because that really, really takes it to another level. All right. So now we have this. We're going to do some of this thread, linen thread around it. And it's all come apart, of course, because why not? For this one, I didn't do anything, but it was giving me trouble because this embellishment that also comes in the suite, by the way, it's called loose anchor trinkets, and I'm gonna use one. It's a little heavy. I mean, not super heavy, but it was pulling my thread because it was loose. It was pulling it too down, but so I'm gonna secure it with a little bit of Terran tape in the back. Like around there, I think it will be. Yeah. It will help it keep it in place. And now I'm just gonna do like 3. I think I did 4 in my other one. I will do 4. It's just linen thread. I can't wait till I get to this, and so it just anyway, I don't know what happened. All right, so we're gonna tie a knot here, and once I have the knot, I'm gonna put it underneath so all my strands get tied, not only the last one right there, so they are pulled together. You see what I mean? And I like it that they're kind of open. See, this already works a little better because they're secure here in the back. See, that's why I do like a trial card, like in my other one, I put the other mat around it. In this one, I'm putting the thread. So we're gonna thread this here and just tie the knot. And I didn't grab it. Gray candy. Oh, I thought I did. I guess not. And just to secure it, I'm going to tie another knot. Double knot it. And then I'm just going to cut this. Because the bows wouldn't work with the nautical theme here, I don't think. All right, so now that we have that, we can put this in dimensionals. I'm gonna put 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, And this one's a little bit towards the center. 6. See, now I see that they all have backing. If I go like this, I know the ones that don't have backing because they have the line. It's actually really handy tip. Put it like that. And now we're gonna adhere it here. You want to center, so you just calculate where your glue has to go. So only underneath this side and not all the way to the middle. It's like, yeah, almost all the way to the middle, but not quite. So something like that. And I'm gonna be generous because we're gonna be pulling to open it. So I want to make sure that it's well attached. You know, you can use the lines on the plat to help you center. All right, and now we put the oars, the crossed oars. This, see if I can move it a little bit to the side so I can put my oars without problem. And just what I did is just put glue dot, so to work with both oars already instead of like one and the other one, right? So I put one, oops, sorry, glue dot right there, and I'm gonna cross my oars. All right, that's how I like them. And then now I can just work as if this was just one thing. And we're gonna have to put them underneath because this trinket doesn't want to move. Oh, there we go. We moved a little bit. All right. Mini dimensionals for the oars. Okay, they could use the big ones at the bottom, but you know, we'll do this. And we'll use a big one at the bottom of each. And I'm gonna do a little dimensional here where they cross. Just make sure that where they cross is not over the linen thread because it will make it uneven. And then we're gonna put it like that. I saw a little bit of this of the dimensional there. So there we have it, but we're gonna stamp now inside here the little extra greenery, and then we're gonna put our happy birthday in a cloud. I mean, you could put the happy birthday right here, but honestly, I thought that the cloud worked so much better. And I had the clouds. The clouds are for like adventurous sky. If you have that, you can use it. That's it. And let me grab my cloud. Adventure Sky is the one that had the planes. Remember the planes? That bundle that had the planes? I think it was a sweet because he had the paper as well and everything. All right, so a little bit of sponging for my cloud so it merges with this. This is Pool Party, so I'm using Pool Party. And I'm just gonna do a little, not super a lot. This is dirty. I don't know what happened. It's something in the cardstock there. Well, we'll put the happy birthday seed and see what happens there. And I don't like this line that I made here. So I'm just gonna disguise it a little bit more. All right. I said not too much, and then here I am. I'm like, okay, little bit more, little bit more. These are like the banks are uneven. Cut more from this side, come more from the other side, and then you end up with no banks at all. All right, I'm looking for my chamois to clean my stamp, my happy birthday stamp, because we want to do it in pool party, not in the green that was here. I'm gonna try to cover that blue thingy, a dirty thingy that was there, with my sentiment. Yay! Manage! Well, my H got a little cut, but that's okay. Happy birthday in the clouds. That's very nice. All right, so now, of course, we're gonna put it in dimensionals. That's why we use so many dimensionals, and what we always have to get more, right? They're handy. I'm just gonna do 3. All right. There we go. Oh, we can see a little bit here and there. You can put it totally hidden. I don't mind it. I could put it a little bit farther down and farther left. See, I said I don't mind it, but I mind a little bit. All right. Let's see now. All right. I think that's good enough. All right. All right. So that's card number 2. Isn't it cute? I love it. I think it's a lot of fun. All right. Moving on to card number 3. This one. For this one, it's almost like the design that comes in the set, but not quite. And I'm gonna actually vary a little bit because my friend saw it and she's like, "Oh, can we put here the chair?" Which actually, I don't know if I have another idea on that chair, but I can go cut it. All right, so let me grab the materials for that one. So we have half of this card base. It was double, but I cut it in half. And then I have a card base in white, basic white, that I embossed the front of it with the, what is it called? Pinewood planks 3D embossing folder. If you don't have this one, you can use another wood folder or another embossing folder. I just thought that this works so well with this that I really liked. So that's what I use this one. All right. So I blanked for a second. It's like, what do I have to do? All right. So what do we have to do? We have to cut our bottom. And how we cutting our bottom is just like as if this was something that you put together with just different planks of wood. Like this would be straighter. This would be longer, shorter, crooked. Actually, I want it straight up. I don't want any lines like that. So something like that. Let's see how it works. If you want to see more of these, which I do, you can either cut it from here or you can cut the top, which is what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut the top because I've already cut the bottom, and I'm going to make it 1/4 inch. Shorter, so we can see more of the plank down like that. All right, so now we're gonna sponge, and we're gonna sponge with gray granite. Oh, I'm so happy you like them, Deborah. Okay, oops. What is this? This is not gray granite. Oh, darn. Well, that was secret C. I'm gonna go with this a little bit, and it's gonna be more distressed. Sorry about that. I'm going also through the lines a little bit, and especially the parts that where we cut, so they're very visible. They're like somebody reused to upcycle this wall or something. I wonder why that sponge rubber with the secrecy was out, because I haven't used it. Yeah, something like that. Okay, and we're gonna do the same to the bottom, the embossed part of our card base. And I'm doing a little bit more because this is very white, and I don't want a gray granite, but see how the grain looks much, it's more visible once we sponge it like this. And it kind of looks like, it's like, not dirty, but, well, maybe dirty. But anyway, you want to do the sides too. And that's it. And then we're going to put it like here. And see, it has another kind of more different element, right? So for this one, I wanted to put the greenery underneath, but I don't know if I'm going to do it if I'm going to do the chair, which is what my friend wants. So what I'll do is maybe I'll do the chair. Maybe I'll do the chair in this one, and I'll use my oars and things in this one here. We'll see. Or maybe I'll do another chair. But I don't think I cut another chair. That's the point. All right. Okay, so let's stamp the elements. I use again the older, wiser, better because I think it works so well for happy birthday. Oh, by the way, this one, we can sponge it a little bit. With the leftover, and we're gonna put it inside. All right. We're gonna put it inside here, so we'll get it out of the way. Okay. Running out of glue again. Seem to be using a lot more glue than I used to. This used to last me for a while, and now it's like I feel like every month I need a new one. It's kind of cool, isn't it? Then you open it, and then we're gonna put this. Let's glue it too, because we don't need to do anything to it. Okay. Doesn't want to come out. Aligned it to the sides, and this is your card base now. Isn't it cute? All right, then we have. Honestly, it would be so much better to do with the oars, but I promised my friend that I would do one for her husband with the idea on the chair. And maybe I don't put older, wiser, better because it's a happy, and it's not a happy birthday. It's what is it? A Father's Day card. So anyway, I'm just gonna glue my circle there, my little cabin in the center of this. I'm gonna sponge a little bit. Oh my God, Candy sponging again. Yes. Okay. It just gives it another look, right? Just a little bit, not too much because this is not super visible. But I just, to go with the whole thing, it would look weird if one of the elements is not sponge. Right. And then let's see what other. We didn't go through the sentiments that come in this. It comes like a song that it has Happy Father's Day. You're a lightsaber. You're an inspiration. Thanks. And then the happy birthday that I use and the older, wiser, better. Older, wiser, better. So this will go glued here. No, not glued, in dimensionals. Yeah, put one in the middle too. We'll grab your inspiration, the little banner that comes in. We have many banners come in this set. I'll show you what I mean. Little signs like this. So we're gonna use the You're an Inspiration, this for this one, and the Happy Father's Day. All right. Let's put this on. And I don't know if the chair is gonna work. That my friend wanted. You know what? Maybe I'll do another happy birthday and I'll do another one for her with the chair later. But I think that's a better way. So we are gonna sponge these elements. I sponged this one already. I think these two are sponged, thankfully. And these ones, they were a little bigger because I only had two left from the set. So I used this one from the paper, the DSP that I just showed you. We're gonna cut this. Oh, we have 6 people watching. Who else is watching? Did I miss any comments? If you're watching, you want to say hi, that'd be great. I'm using Misty Moonlight here. That's what it was. It was not Secret Sea, it was Misty Moonlight, and that's what I had it out. You know, there's always a reason. I just took the wrong one. It's like, why would I have it out otherwise? Let's do the older, wiser, better as planned. So this is not gonna be the Father's Day card. I'll do another Father's Day card later. Older, wiser, better. I have to do it on the side so I can put the other things here. But since I'm at it, let me do another one that says you're an inspiration. Because I did say I was going to do a Father's Day card, so I should do a Father's Day card, right? All right. So let me grab the message. You're an inspiration. I'm doing pecan pie. All right. And then here, we're just going to glue this in the middle. That's it. No extra anything. Oh, come on. I have backup glue, though. I have my backup glue here. In case this happens, I'm ready today. All right. I think I'm going to save this for the other one then. For the happy birthday one that I'll make later. And I'm going to put together the chair. But then in the other one, I don't know. Maybe I may not do the chair at the other one. We'll see. We'll see what inspires me and how much time we have. Where is the elements for the other card? I have them all, like 1, 2, 3, 4, and now I cannot find them. Oh, here we go. Here it is. All right, so let me find the elements for the chair. So we have the chair here. It just has a few elements. A few, quite a bit. You know what? I think it's gonna work. I'm gonna do, yes. I know what I'm gonna do, people. So there's another element for the chair. And there's still another element for the chair. 2 little elements. There. And a book that we're gonna have. Actually, I think I have a color book already. Instead of putting a coffee, I'm gonna put a book in this one that she requested. All right. So this is the chair, right? So how you put it together, how I put it together, it's you put a little bit of glue here. If you're lucky that you get any. And you put this here in the back. And you move it down until you cannot go any farther. And you'll see that this will tell you when, because you cannot pull it farther down. And then you leave this. And where this line is, you want to put a little bit of glue in each. Because if you did the whole strip, you will see glue seeping out from that. And these should be separate, so I'm gonna separate them. There we go. So that's our chair. Then it has these little pieces for extra texture on the handles here. So a little bit of glue here, a little bit of glue there. They do have a right and a left, so you have to see which one it goes, you know, the white part down and there. And the same with this one. White part down and you put it there. I put maybe too little glue here, but you really don't want extra glue. And I got a little gunk now, but because I didn't use my silicone mat. Silly me. Now we're gonna sponge the heck out of it. All right, I'm gonna use this mat. It's my foam mat, but it's the, I don't want to mess now my glass mat. So we are gonna get some early espresso. Actually, we're gonna use some pecan pie first. Pecan pie with a sponge cover. We just go in the middle, in the center. Oh, we're missing an element here. There's a piece of wood here that goes in there too for the grain effect. Let's see if I can find it here. Oh yeah, I see. As I said, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 elements for the chair. Well, the two sides, this and now this. That also goes in here. This actually comes out of here when you die cut it, and then you just have to put it on top. It just gives a little bit more dimension. So I'm just gonna be very carefully when I do, and I'm gonna do just the center of this. You cannot see a lot of the effect, but you'll see it on the once it's completed. And I wonder, I did it with with the blending brush, and it kind of looks cool because the blending brush goes in the little parts of the grain. And then we're gonna leave like more or less distressed or less color in the middle, so it looks like, you know, it like the edges get more distressed than. I think I want a little bit more here. If you don't get enough, you can always get your sponge dauber and just go like this. Just be careful because you don't want to blot. And you can put as much or as little as you want. Voila, isn't it cool? All right. Now we're going to put the chair here. And our book can be either there Yeah, I like it there. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of glue, like you left it on the side, on the, how you call it, on where you put your arm, the armrest. There you go. Open the armrest, kind of, right? And here we're gonna put these dimensionals here in the bottom and glue directly on top. Okay, I'm just gonna grab some of these. Maybe I did too many. No, I did fine. Look at me. Because the bottom will go against this green, but the top, we're gonna put some glue here. And now we're gonna put the happy birthday sign. If I can find it. It has to be here, but I moved things around, and now, of course, it went away. Where's my happy birthday is gonna be my Father's Day, I meant. Where is it? Where can I find one? It has to be here. There were so many of them. Come on. If not, I'm just gonna cut here. We have the brown one and we had the blue one. And I use the blue in the other one, but I think we'll see what we like better. You know, I'm just gonna grab this one and just decide. And you also get all these little rectangles to put in your sign. So very handy. I guess we'll do it in blue because otherwise it would be too much brown, right? So we'll do it in blue. We're gonna put Happy Father's Day. If I can find where I left the stamps now. Oh my God, that's what happens when you have little space. You pile things on top of another, and I don't know if I want to do it in blue or if I want to do it in Peaceful Pine, which is the color that was intended to do, but I think it would look cooler in blue. So I'm gonna do it with Misty Moonlight. That's why we have other colors. Father's Day, yes, thank you. My friend will be happy because he wanted the Father's Day card. And this has the little line there, which I really like. I'm just gonna replace. So we're gonna do a line in the bottom. It's kind of like a rope and a line in the top. Look how cute, isn't it? And then that just gets glued directly. And then we'll just put this underneath this, which I think I'm gonna put a little bit of glue, but also a dimensional. Here, a little bit of glue here. And here I can, yeah, I don't need the glue there. I'll just put glue in the top. If I get any. There we go. And then dimensionals back here. Yeah, it doesn't want to go underneath that piece because I think I glued it too well. So we're going to leave it. I'm not going to fight it. But, and then I'm going to put something to stick it. There. All right. So that's a little different look, isn't it? But it's pretty too. Which one do you like better? If you are watching a replay, I would love for you to comment and tell me which ones you like better. Which card is your favorite, and of the variations, which one do you prefer? All right. And moving on to the last card, which I'm going to do variations because we only get one of these. And I didn't want to cut the other scene that from the paper because it's so big that I would have to kind of misuse part of it. And I just want to use it for something else. So I'm going to do something different. So this is a bridge card. I love them because they're like a little diorama. So let's see if I remember. You need a piece of cardstock that's 4 by 8. 4 1/4 by 8, sorry. 4 1/4 by 8. Let me make room. Save this for something else. And my book too. Maybe we'll use it in this card. We'll see. All right. So we're gonna score it at. Candy's gonna measure it again because I don't trust my. Okay, 1 1/4, 2 1/2, and 5 1/2. Okay, 5 1/4, 2 1/2, and 5 1/2. So 1 1/4. Scoring, no, we already cut it. It's 4 1/4 by 8. So it's not the whole length of short side of the cardstock. It's you have to cut a cord, half an inch. So it's not 8 1/2, it's 8. All right. So we said 1 1/4. Then we need another 1 1/4. We make it 2 1/2. And then we do 5 1/2. If I measure it properly, 5 1/2. And by the way, then this is not all. Then we turn it around just because I don't want a room. I don't have room for, and then we do another 1 1/4 here. 1 1/4. Oh, I did something wrong, obviously. Okay, Candy. Before I fold it, let me measure it again. 1 1/4, 2 1/2. Huh. What? Oh, I know what happened. I didn't cut this. I bet I didn't cut this. See? It's 8 1/2. It should be. So this should be the 1 1/4. Thank God I mentioned. Like I'm telling you, like be careful. Don't do that. And I forgot. I thought it was ready, but it wasn't. So now I'm gonna have to open my arm and cut this at 8. 8. And now we're gonna score the 1 1/4. on the other side. I knew there was something wrong. Okay, and nothing's gonna happen because we're gonna cover that with paper soap. So now we want these two center folds in and then two outer ones out, out and out, and that's how it goes. It's just a little card, but when you fold it, you put it like this, and it's like the length of a regular card, five and a half. Okay. All right. So let's cover this boo boo immediately. You also need a strip to make the bridge that is 5.5 by 1. 1.25, I think I did. So this we can put here, isn't it? Yes. Actually, instead of using this other scene because I didn't have any more, I cut this ice cream parlor and I'm gonna put it in the center here. It's not gonna be as covered as the other one, which kind of covers the whole background there, but it works very well, I think. Okay, I cannot really read the comments. I'm just gonna try to make them bigger, the ones that we got. Yes, Joanne, this is a great kit for masculine birthday cards, but also for anybody who likes the outdoors, because women like the outdoors too. I have many outdoorsy friends who would appreciate the cabin by the lakeside. But yes, true. Now I see, oops, silly. Now I'm reading your back comments. I'm sorry I'm late at reading them. All right. So this is going to go like that. And now I have to decide if I want this here, which I have to cut to size, or if I want this here. I think I like this like this. And what I did is I didn't leave they're actually cut. They're 4.25, all of them. So they only have a little bit of room in the side. So let's glue them. I like them like that. Okay, Candy. This doesn't want to come out. I think it's towards the end. And I'm stubborn, and I want every little piece of it out, every little bit. So it goes flush, top and bottom, and then you center on your fold like that. All right, so I'm gonna put then this that also comes from the other card base that I had. Okay, you know what? I'm tired. I'm gonna get my rescue glue. Okay, you too. Et tu, Brutus? Come on. Okay, so much for my rescue glue. Oh my God. I'm gonna clean the nozzle of that one because, oh, here we go. This image of the ice cream parlor has to me a very New Englandy vibe. I like it. So we're gonna do this. Excuse my All right. And now our planks of wood. So that's how it will go. You won't see so much the green, but that's why I wanted to use the green inside, because for our bridge, I'm going to use this piece of the green as well. The green plaid. Oh, come on, Candy. Okay. This is the strip that comes in the set. So it's a little more narrow than this. So that's why it has a bigger frame around it. Not frame, but up and bottom, top and bottom thing. Now, how do we adhere the bridge? You have to open this as if it was how you're going to send it, like as if it is how you're going to send it when it's flat like that. So one side will be closed and the other one will be open. And that's how we're going to adhere it. We're going to put glue on here and here on the two extremes. Please come. Okay, there we go. And I'm going to be generous because I want it well adhered. Remember, it's like more or less like a square, like an inch. So let's see. Actually, I did that totally flash down, right? So we could see. You can put the bridge wherever you want. I mean, if you're doing another kind of card, you can put the bridge farther up, but then it would cover. So it depends on what you have going on. And I think I want to put my bridge flash down like I did on my other one, which I don't know what it is. Oh, here it is. Like this. But because I'm going to put the sign and, I should have left a little bit of room to put the pull of the sign underneath, but that's okay. All right, so we have the little diorama done. Now we're gonna need this and this for our happy birthday. Where is my happy birthday? Here we go. We're gonna do it in green again. We're almost done. Yeah, yesterday, speaking of dioramas, I posted the diorama that I made for my friend. Did you guys see it? The Death on the Nile diorama? All right. And then we're gonna actually put first the sign. Come on. It wants to be difficult. Okay. Just a thin line of glue. I'm not putting the glue in this and this yet because then I want to grab it, and because I want to make sure that my happy birthday is centered and all in. And I'm using again the die that comes in the add-on dies. I love how well it goes with this one. And when you go to these New England summer towns that have all the stores have like a sign hanging. So you have here the ice cream cone for the ice cream parlor, and now we have the happy birthday as if it was another one. But anyway, that's what I didn't want to put the glue in the other one, because we're only going to put glue here and a little bit here and a little bit here. Okay. The rest is going to go like this. And where did my glue go? Here. Let me close this. And the pole. And a little bit here. That's it. The rest, it's floating, so we don't need to see. See if I can put a little. Okay, a little bit behind. Yes, there. Back just a little bit. And like that. Okay. And now we have to decorate it. You could fold it this way. You could fold it the other way that we fold it when you put it in your envelope. And now we need to decorate here, but I don't know what I would put that matches the ice cream parlor. Maybe what I'll do is just put some. Maybe one of these things, because I don't think the oars match the ice cream parlor either. Oh, it's not bad actually. Like you left the oars and went to get ice cream. Maybe I'll do that, but I'm not gonna put the light vest. I'm gonna save that for something else. So let's do the oars. What do you guys think? Hello, Chantel. How are you? Thank you for joining. From West Australia. How nice. Thank you. I'm glad you like it. Well, that's very cool that you're joining from so far away. I love Australia, I have to say. I went there in 2007, I think. So quite a bit time ago. But I never made it to the West. All right, I did the same thing I did before. And now I'm going to put this in dimensionals. Little dimensionals. The oars, right? Yes, I agree. You were rowing, and now that you're sweaty, you need some ice cream in the ice cream parlor. And I did this because I already used the other scenes, and I'm gonna leave the seagull as well. I need more mini dimensionals here. There. And another one. Oh, nice. 10:38. That's nice. Monday morning, is it? Or is it Tuesday already for you guys? Hopefully Monday, no? Okay, I lost the dimensional that I had put there, that half dimensional there. All right. Oh, oops. Of course, we didn't glue this. Let's give the guy a little dimensional too. And I wanted him almost getting out of the frame like this, so you have more dimension. All right. So that's it. That's a different car from this one. I didn't expect it to be so different, but you know, we could put the fish there, but I don't know. Well, it could be like the fish store, the happy birthday that goes with the oars. What do you guys think? Fish or no fish? Meanwhile, I'll show you the other. Oh, and for the back, by the way, you want some place to write your sentiment, and we're just gonna put, actually we'll do this, the seagulls this time. We're gonna put them in pool party. All right, so that's just for our note in the back. Okay, center, and it's 3 by 4, I believe, but I'll tell you right now exactly. Oh no, it's 2 3/4, sorry, by 4. 2 3/4 by 4. All right, so now we have that little scene here going on, and we have this other little scene. Very different, depends on what you put in the back. Let me see. I cannot read the comments live, so I have to. And I don't get the comments live from the YouTube. So it's a bait shop. That's true. I like let's put the fish on, right? I like the fish on. I was reading what Chantel was saying about the bait shop. Yes. All right. Let me grab the fish. Here, we have it right here. I'm going to put it right here over, as I did in the other one, with a couple of mini dimensionals. Thank you for the suggestions. And as I said, this is kind of very New Englandy, where every row of the main street has the signs hanging of the different stores and everything. Anyway, so we have this one. Let's do the recap. We have this one. That's why I ran out of this scene, because we couldn't have that many in there. Then we have, I'm missing the Father's Day one. Oh, here it is. We have the Father's Day with the chair. And then we have the Happy Birthday with yours and the and the light vest, and it's showing the plank wood embossed underneath. And then we have the bicycle. All right. So as you can see, it's very versatile. Very versatile, especially if you get just the paper, would work very, very well to make a lot more cars. I have a lot of material still left, and I like these cars. I like the vibe. Okay, Deborah, have a very good night. I hope you feel better and they release you tomorrow. Thank you all for joining. I hope next week everybody will be feeling better. You too, Joanne. And thank you, Chantal, for joining from far away, and Deborah, and Teresa, and everybody who may be watching the replays. Okay, so do tell me which one is your favorite of the cars. I always like to know, and if you do any variations, I would love to see them. So when I post my replay, you can post on Facebook, you can post photos of your variations there. That would be cool. All right. Thank you so much. And I'll see you next week. Bye.